I'm going to focus on teaching you to teach with the system. I'm not going to focus as much on teaching you to fight with the system. Because if I teach you to teach with the system, the fight will come. But if I teach you to fight with the system, you'll never learn to teach it because you will always be focused on, winning the fight with it. And that made a real impact because I focused in the early years of Pramek on developing how to teach this universal system. And then the fighting just came with it. And the more people that came through the system, the better we got at fighting because we had this methodology through the UOS of kind of separating the wheat from the chaff and finding out what meets our 90-90 rule. 90% of the people, 90% of the time, this will work. And with the CLM, we wanted to do the same thing. We wanted to create something that was universal. And so if you look at the CLM, and I'll give you an example. If you look at the EPL, or Efficient Perceptual Learning, you have cognitive, associative, autonomic, unitization, conceptualization. You can take those, and that's how we teach, and you can put them in any university, in any language, translate it, and you can put it in front of an educator, and they're going to understand what you're talking about. It goes back to a book. It's universal. If you look at the DPT, and we wanted to figure out, okay, how do we test? When they talk about pressure test, how do we actually test somebody? And so what I did was I looked at, okay, well, what are the forces that act to destroy something in physics and mechanics? What is the thing that breaks down a bridge? And so we looked at, stress, strain, fatigue, and we applied those and we created this whole testing method out of it. And so you can take that and put it in front of an engineer and say, does this make sense? And the engineer is going to say, that makes complete sense. That's how you break down something. And so you find out if something's been learned by breaking it down by fatigue and stress and strain and so forth. So, it doesn't matter if you're in a call center and you use the EPL to teach somebody to overcome objections, and then you use the DPT to test if they can overcome them, or if you're an MMA coach in a ring and you have to teach somebody to differentiate between different strikes in order to get to their takedown, the CLM works. If you look at the CBTM in CLM4, same thing. People understand this methodology of training. They understand it's universal. We're just taking it, systemizing it, and making sure that you can apply it in the way that you need to, and that's what makes the CLM so unique to Pramek.